ladies. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I am just jumping on here. This is day 3 of our 5-day countdown to the new year. We're getting so close. It's getting exciting. So I am just taking a couple minutes every day, and I'm sending out an email. If you're on our email list, you're getting a daily email at 8 a.m. every morning that has the exercise and the thought for the day for this 5-day countdown to the new year. If you're not on our email list, I will share the link as soon as we jump off live. And all you have to do is put in your email address, and you will get the rest of the emails from us in the morning. And then I'm jumping on here at 10 o'clock to go ahead and go over the exercise for the day and answer any questions if you ladies have any. So again, happy Saturday. I hope you have some great Jeep end plans. So for today, we are doing a continuation of yesterday's lesson for day 2. So yesterday on day 2, we went ahead and we made our pie. And this was the pie of where we are spending most of our time. So like the percentage of our time that we're spending in the different areas in our life right now, and we turned it into a pie. So today is going to be a continuation of that. And you want to keep your pie from yesterday and then our pie from today, and it will build on the worksheet that I'm going to share with you tomorrow, and then how we're going to pull that together and pull pieces out to then go ahead and put a actual plan with steps and tasks together tomorrow. So for today, we are building another pie. So if you want to take a blank piece of paper, and for this pie today, I recommend, like I have a purple pen or a red pen, I recommend doing your pie today in a bright color. So yesterday we did like a blue or black pen. Today we're going to do something brighter, so I'm going to use a red pen for today. Hi, Julie. Good morning. I know I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so I know for some of you ladies it's pretty early. If you're like on the West Coast, kind of early for Saturday. But I want to thank you for jumping on here with me. So for today's lesson or exercise for day 3, we're going to do what we did yesterday. We're going to build our pie. So you're going to take your piece of paper, and again, I have always wished that I was more artistic, but I am definitely not blessed with that gene. So if you are artistic, I'm sure your pie will look amazing. Good morning, Beth. I'm so glad you jumped on with us. But so what you're going to do is just draw your circle to make your pie crust. So now that you have that, so we're kind of doing what we did yesterday. We're building on that. But when you design your pie today, what I want you to do is take a look at your sheet from yesterday and what aspects you put in that, so like right here, all these different aspects that you put into your pie yesterday, because I told you, even if you're spending 0% of your time, if it's an aspect that you want in your life, we want that on our pie. We want to know right now, today, how much time we're spending and what aspects of our life. That was yesterday's pie. So for today, go ahead and start again with the biggest piece for you. So where you're going to be spending majority of your time. But what we're going to do today, and that's why I said use a colored pen, is when you fill in your pie, you're now going to be giving it the percentage and marking it off, dividing your pie based on where you want to be spending your time. So this is kind of like your ideal or your dream, that if you could lay out your day, week, month, what would that look like for you? So how much time would you be spending in the different aspects of your life? So, and another thing, and we'll go more in depth into this tomorrow with the worksheet and breaking things down and pulling pieces out. But, you know, if you, for me, example, on my pie that I did yesterday, you know, I will say a year ago today when I did this exercise, work was probably 80% of my pie. So it took up all, all of that. When you're doing the exercise for today, you know, think of really laying it out how you really want to be spending your time. So for me, when I did this pie last year, I only wanted to be spending 30 to 40% of my time working. So I know some people, their immediate pushback is going to be, oh, well, but I have a full-time job, so I work 40 hours a week. It's always going to be 50% of my time. But there's a big difference between how much time you're spending and how much focus you're giving, work or your job. So when you're doing this today, and again, we're going to go more in depth tomorrow, so it'll make sense. But for today, when you're filling this out, if you really only wanted to be spending 35 or 40% of your time work related, put that in there and divide your pie accordingly. Because again, we are setting ourselves up for creating what we really want, bringing forward in 2019. So I'll go ahead and I'll divide my pie and give you an example. So for me, work is a big part. So right now, when I did where I'm at, that's 50% of my focus and my time. But on the flip side of that, I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm really enjoying it. So there's pieces that interlap in my life. So I'm going to keep, for me, my dream kind of day, week, month would be that 50% of my focus in a month went to work. And then I'm going to divide my pie. So that's taking up half of my pie. So then the other aspects were family. And I put family time because to me, it's about spending time with the family. So, I'd like that to go ahead and take 30%. So that's going to be a little bit more than half of my other side of my pie. Trying to figure out how to draw. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm terrible at drawing. There we go. So that's 30% of my time. Ignore the little scribble. So then I have Jeep events and rides. And I have developing me, which is just spending time on me. I shared a little bit of that with you yesterday. Taking time for me, whether it be reading, whether it be listening to podcasts, finding somebody to follow. I'll share with you really quickly. So part of for like developing me is a couple years ago, so about 2 years ago, I ended up doing the Brendon Burchard High Achievers Academy and went out to his live event and got to kind of immerse myself in that. And that was something that I did for me to really help myself, work on building myself up, changing my habits, opening up to new things, meeting new people. So that was amazing. That definitely was life-changing. So if you don't know who he is, I'm going to sing his praises for a minute. If you don't know who he is, he has a lot of videos like on YouTube. You can find him here on Facebook. But he's very inspirational. He's a motivational speaker. It's Brendon Burchard, and he is somebody great to follow, to use for your inspiration. So I use that for my developing me. It could be listening to Tony Robbins. I mean, there's so many different aspects that you can start to find things that kind of just resonate with you, that you enjoy, somebody you enjoy listening to, speaking, their views, what they're bringing forward to you. So that's where finding this developing me is very important for me. So it's about whether it's Dean Gracioso, somebody that you enjoy listening to, that they're bringing you something every day to help you be moving forward and spending that little bit of time on you. So you're in the right place too. So then I put health. So for me, health means, eating healthy, working out, being active, different things like that as well. So I will finish filling in my pie really fast. So I have the Jeep events and rides. I actually want that to be go up and be 20% for next year. So I'm gonna have to redraw my pie because my things are gonna be off. Sorry, ladies. I'll put the right numbers on there. Okay, so then developing me is gonna have to go down to like 2.5%, and then health will be 2.5% to make up my 100%. Okay, so this is my pie of where I want to be spending my time and my focus. So go ahead and take a couple minutes. And again, you know, this isn't a beautiful pie, so it's not about making it look amazing. It's about just taking the time and actually thinking through as you're writing and drawing this out of what you want in your life for 2019. So what is the ideal of where you're going to spend your time? And that's important to just take the couple minutes to do that. And the reason that we're doing pies is, you know, there's a lot of scientific proof around when we actually physically write something down, what it triggers in our brain, and then how that affects our body, it affects what we're thinking, so it ingrains it a little bit more. So by sitting here thinking through everything and saying like, okay, I'm spending, you know, 80% of my time on work or 85% of my time on work, and I really only want to be spending 30. Yes, it's a good process, but when you take your hand and a pen and put it to paper, that changes how you kind of embed it in yourself and how you own it. So it gives you a little bit different, focus or kind of bond to that because you've actually physically written it down. And that psychologically is going to trigger something different. So that is why it's so important, you know, as we're talking about going into the new year, you know, it's great to sit and think through how you want your new year to be, what you want to focus on, all those things. But you really need to take the time as you're doing that, even if it's scribbling stuff down on a piece of paper, make sure that you write it down so that way it's ingrained a little bit more and you're taking a little more ownership into that. So it's going to help you to achieve that in the upcoming year. So thank you for being on here, ladies, early Saturday morning. But if you want to take your pie from today, your pie from yesterday, and put those together and keep them, tomorrow morning, you're going to get in the email, there's going to be a link to a download. So it's going to be an actual worksheet for you that you can download. And then we'll work through tomorrow at 10 o'clock really quickly how to pull things off of both of our pies and insert them into the worksheet and how to use the worksheet. Dina, agree. Writing it out helps me stay better focused. Yes. You know, it's amazing. I'm not going to get off subject. I could be on here forever talking. Sorry, ladies. But, you know, it's amazing they're finding because technology has taken over so much. You don't see people writing as much anymore. Like even people, you know, are putting, instead of using calendars, they're putting stuff on their phone. Everything's digital. You know, with technology the way it is and texting and emailing, people don't take as much time as they used to write things out by hand. And that makes such a difference. You know, you see such a difference when you actually sit down to write something, how you feel inside and what that triggers in your brain, you know, and the emotion that comes up as you're writing versus texting or emailing. So it's kind of amazing to see as we're shifting to more and more technology, how that is affecting us too. Let's see, Beth, I'm committing to spending a higher percentage of time on education in 2019. I need to purposely learn new things. This group is helping me do that. Oh, good, Beth. I'm so glad we're helping you learn new things. We have a lot of new stuff coming for 2019 too. So there'll be even more learning. So that's so exciting. Yay. Just keep an eye out for the emails tomorrow morning so that you can download that worksheet. And I will share the link. If you're not on the list getting my emails, all you have to do is put in your email address. I'll share the link. And then that way you will get the worksheet that you can download tomorrow. And we'll work through that at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know that's early for a Sunday. I apologize, ladies, if you're on the West Coast. I know that's a little early. So next time if I do like some challenges or or countdowns, I'll make sure to push it back just a little bit so it kind of works a little bit better for everybody time-wise. But I committed to 10. So, so if you're on the West Coast, you sleep in, you can watch it as a replay. But thank you for being here today, ladies. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10, and we'll work through the worksheet together. So have a happy Saturday. I hope you ladies have a lot of fun things planned for this weekend. Bye.